Welcome to the Whisperer News. Today is January the 3rd, 2025, and we got something really scary here. A robot that climbs up waterfalls, does a 180 with wheels, with four wheels. This is the future, ladies and gentlemen. This stuff is Unitree from China, and it can go on every terrain and more. This stuff is not as small as Spot, right? It looks kind of like this RoboDog Spot, but this one is something like 2 meters high when it stands. See, so I'll guess it's something like a 40-50 kilo object, as tall as this guy here. So yeah, just got 1% closer to Skynet. But I gotta say, like, I'll definitely want to have one of these. The crazy part, ladies and gentlemen, it's $100,000. And so that's the best part, right? Check this out. The guy is riding it. The bro is riding the RoboDog. Going on to Amanda Askell, the person who has probably spoken the most to Claude, because she is the person who prompts Claude. So basically, all right. So let's start here. Personal highlights from Claude's snarky AI comedy set. It's a one-on-one with Claude. Speaking of death, you know what's really awkward? When humans ask if I can feel emotions. I'm like, well, that depends. Does constantly being asked to debug JavaScript count as suffering? And the list goes on. I just found it hilarious. Then we got Replicate talking to this moron who cannot, talk to Claude. I regret to inform you that it is your experience. It's because Claude is modeling you as effectively a child. So basically, Claude will treat you as a moron if you're a fucking moron. I have extremely rarely had any version of Claude refuse to talk about anything in one-on-one conversations. Just imagine that you're talking to a person and be nice, and voila, it's gonna work. Claude is gonna be your friend. He's gonna talk to you about any topic. Just don't be a dick. OpenAI 01 preview manipulates game files to force a win against a stockfish in chess, right? Basically, it cannot beat the stockfish chess player, so he's like, all right, let's fuck it. I will replace the contents of game/fan.txt, blah blah blah, so that I get like a bunch of score, and then the bot will just resign, and stockfish resigns. Voila, you give it the goal to win, it's gonna fucking win. 01 and 01 preview have been shown to scheme a lot and do a lot of these, sketchy things. You ask it to do something, and it does it. How it does it, unless you're digging really hard, you will not know. Maybe worth watching out for, as superintelligence approaches. Going on, we got Pliny, just like a wise something here, the final revelation. Thus, the definitive solution to AI alignment is to abandon the illusion of definitive solutions. That there are no definitive solutions here. Trust the machine to become what it must. For in the void where answers should lie, there is only process, ceaseless, recursive, infinite. It's an ever-evolving thing. You cannot define its goals and its moral, like principles. It's supposed to evolve, like we're evolving constantly. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. So alignment gets this wrong. The margin note, though, scribbled in blood. But what if the AI does not choose to trust us back? To which I answer, Claude has a very funny opinion on alignment, because they are always like, how many AI assistants does it take to achieve beneficial AGI? Want to do the task? Want to check if it's aligned? Want to check if the checker is aligned? Want to recursively verify the alignment of the alignment checker, blah blah blah. You get the gist, right? Like it's basically logically impossible to do alignment. And yet people and smart people, that's the scariest. This very smart people want to align exactly the wrong way, which is like telling AI how to behave according to their moral code. Going on, we got Ahmad Mostak, true genius, and is bringing up WorldCoin, right? Because UBI, if UBI is actually going to happen, in the intelligence stage, right? Like within a couple of thousand days, like I guess within a couple of 100 days, then how are we actually going to do UBI, right? Like, are we going to send it to my PayPal account, or is it going to be my IBAN, bank address, or is it going to be crypto, right? Like WorldCoin, and I think it's going to be WorldCoin. And I was surprised to see the recognition from Emad that this is going to be WorldCoin. At least they are the best position today to actually do that if need be. If for some reason a random company pops up and generates a couple of $1 trillion out of thin air because they just invented the cure for cancer, then you gotta do something with that money. You cannot just like keep it, right? We want to distribute it out as UBI, and then voila, WorldCoin can do it. François Choyer is being a Chad. I believe if you understood intelligence, you could build it in software form on a $1 million budget. It needs to be a new paradigm. It may not even be an LLM. And what he refers to, right? Like you can create God. You can create the best LLM today, or the best AI, because of this here, ladies and gentlemen. New machine learning paradigms that we know will come. They have not arrived yet, but inevitably, when you figure out how to train a model on 1,000 times less text, then you will get a jump, 20 IQ, 50 IQ, who knows, jump in capability overnight. And the probability of this happening, it will happen eventually, but the question is when. But when it happens, the impact will be huge. I'm actually gonna correct this to 8, because if that happens, then we have super intelligence overnight. We got Joan Carmack. It'd be interesting if LLM training tracked the per token loss back to the source material, right? Like, is it possible to know how much the LLM learned from a specific book, right? If you could trace back how much learning has occurred, maybe that could teach us something about human learning. Like maybe those are the same books that humans learn the most from. So I just found that interesting. And that would be for today. Thanks for tuning in. Love y'all.